Harper Wave and HarperAudio present The Drop: How the Most Addictive Sport Can Help Us Understand Addiction and Recovery by Ziolkowski. Read by Joe Knezevich. Preface. Montclair, New Jersey. Late summer, early morning, warm, clear, windless. I load my sleepy 12-year-old son and 6-year-old daughter into the car, make final adjustments to the straps holding the longboard on the roof rack. Finding time to go can be complicated, but the way is simple. A straight shot on the Garden State Parkway, which flows downhill until it reaches the bridge across Raritan Bay. On the other side, a rest stop called Cheesequake, then wetlands, stands of poplars, the occasional heron or osprey. In Manasquan, there's a drawbridge over the estuary, lush green reeds and mud flats, sailboats at anchor, a glimpse of the inlet. The surf is small this morning, possibly flat, and I feel none of the haste that overtakes me when I know it's good, or even pretty good, when I might put my wetsuit on backward or forget to apply sunblock, or leave the lights on if I arrive at daybreak and return to find the car battery dead. I get a parking spot near the inlet, which is a victory, and we're just early enough to avoid paying for beach passes. The waves I see as we crest the slight rise where the sand begins are indeed small, but marvelously glassy and blue, shimmering in the morning sunlight. Dropping our stuff, backpack and towels and sun-shielding tent and food, on the border between the surf and the swim zones, I feel the age-old urgency to get amongst it, as the Aussies say. I smear sunblock on Teo and Gemma, then on myself, attach the boogie board leashes to their wrists, and watch them enter the water. As I'm scribbling wax on my board, 2 teenage lifeguards arrive and climb into their throne-like white chair. I attach the leash to my ankle and trot into the shallows, kicking through wavelets and cross-hatching ripples. When the water is thigh-deep, I drop the board and place the fingers of my right hand on the deck in automatic fashion. Muscle memories, as of a first language. I grew up surfing, then quit it like a drug to focus on college. It was like throwing a psychic switch from body to mind, an old-fashioned steampunk kind of switch that sparked and twitched and threatened to fly back the other way. When it finally did, surfing was no longer in the body position. In its place was drinking, then drugs. I was in New York City, the opposite of where I lived in my beachy provincial youth, but as in a dream, surfing was at the end of the A subway line when I needed to find it again. Far Rockaway. It felt like falling to my knees, being taken back without question or reproach. I was given a kind of new body, or an old reason to have a body, to be fit, to wake up early, to get sober. Out in the lineup, I turned to check on Gemma and Teo. So far, my carefully offhand and widely spaced invitations to climb on a board have been met with firm refusals. I understand. The ocean is scary, and they are always encountering it anew after weeks or months away. It's not important, I tell myself. It may even be for the best. I want them to experience surfing, to be conversant, but do I want them to become surfers, to be seized by it as I was? For school and most everything else to lose color and fade into the background? That's the risk. Possession. Addiction. And not only to surfing, if they had my proclivities. I notice what appears to be a surf school gathering on the beach. Pink and purple soft-top boards. A pink banner planted in the sand. Girls in the curl. Before long, young girls accompanied by women instructors filter out into the lineup. The tide is dead low, and their parents stand in the shallows taking videos with smartphones and shouting praise as the girls are pushed into waves, climb to their feet, and ride toward the beach with arms outstretched like fledglings. At the end of a ride, I noticed Gemma watching them. She's left her boogie board on the beach. I nudge my board toward her. Want to try? Without taking her eyes off the surf school girls, she nods as if in a trance and eases herself onto the deck of the board. I walk us toward the lineup with Gemma lying prone, but the board is so boat-like for her that
Sample complete. Ready to continue?